beautiful, be praised PS4 Blood Bowl 2 action. I am always your ever humble host, NBP President Stymie. We've got quite a matchup here for you tonight. We have got the finals of our 2020 Ronnie Rott tournament. That, of course, was our single elimination resurrection style tournament open to all teams that possess the resurrection ability, hence the Ronnie Rott Invitational. So that would have been a Nurgle team, Undead, Necromantic Horror, Khemri, Vampire, or any of the Alliance custom teams, the Undead Alliance. So we are nearing our end. We have Coach Kamikozy and his Knight of the Raving Dead has made it to the finals, as well as Machuker and his Boney Rotters Khemri squad. They are the A and B block winners. And of course, we're just waiting for the Cabal Vision matchup to start so we can drill into and get ourselves a final Blood Bowl here. Now, this match is going to be contested as a two-leg tie, so it'll be interesting to see. We may get both matches played up today, we may not. We may only get one match depending on how long it takes, but we're hoping we'll get to the finish here of the 2020 Ronnie Rott Invitational. So, pretty exciting stuff here. I'm just waiting for it to go live, as we know. Test my chat out while we're here.
I'm looking forward to
there we go, excellent. So we know we are fully functional here. Let's take a look and we'll see. Looks like I'll be solo on this one here, as our coaches are going to concentrate on the matchup, and my fellow boothmate is probably still sleeping. It is an early day today and on a nice lazy weekend, so I feel that. Just looking at all the teams here. Alright, looks like we're almost there. So close. Here we go. Just waiting on them Cabal Wizard referees. Cabal Vision Wizards, rather.
I've got my McBurdy wing burger and my XXXL size cheese shake. Let's watch some Blood Bowl.
Here we go. Alright, and we are kicked off. Boney Rotters, Knight of the Raving Dead. Here it goes. We are Cabal Visioning in the finals of our 2020 Ronnie Rott Invitational. Exciting stuff. Who is going to come out ahead? Is it going to be Nurgle? Is it going to be Khemri? Who is going to hoist the Ronnie Rott crown? Looks like we've got our Cabal Ridge and refs working overtime here.
Good day, sports fans.
Alright, it looks like Kami has won the toss, and he's elected to receive. So we will switch our viewpoints, and here we have the Boney Rotters have 3 Tomb Guardians, not a full complement of Tomb Guardians in order to come in under the I guess the TV requirement. I'm not sure why he didn't field thought he fielded a full Tomb Guardian squad against me, but I guess not. Leaves three skeletons on the line, lined up. Of course, we'll look at the skills here. Kami, he's got himself a couple of kill pieces, couple claw mighty blowers. He got himself a wrestle pestigore. Then he's got a block guard, Nurgle warrior, and a block leader Nurgle warrior. Looks like he only has 3 Nurgle warriors, so I guess it's not too terrible against 3 Nurgle warriors taking on 3 Tomb Guardians. So we'll see what'll happen here. It's just the Guardians with decay, right? Alright, and right off the bat we have a riot. Straight up helps. It's one less turn now to stall potentially for the receiving team. Here we go. We are ready. Alright, right off the bat we've got a block and a stun. Probably see another attack with the Maintron 9000. Just a push. Doesn't follow up. Looks like Shushnik line of scrimmage is about to be smashed. Probably by that piece there. Oh, no, he's marking. I could see a blitz, potentially. You could see him hit this way, and then we could see him blitz backwards and up. Yeah. Taking an even measured approach. Bases the Tomb Guardian. There we go, just gets another push. I expect him to push him into the adjacent square so he can get the follow-up hit. Oh no, I'm surprised. Oh, he's probably going to Horns blitz Ronnie the Swole with his kill piece. If I had to venture a guess, I think we would see it backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Expect Mr. Spatula to probably put a lickin' on Ronnie the Swole. Picks the ball up. Dr. Norrington successfully possesses the ball. No rush there. There we go. Oh no, he decides to go after the Ryler's Rotter. Looks like he's establishing himself down the right side. Alright, pretty solid turn. Nothing super eventful. No removal, no Kaz. Just one stun on a skeleton. So now we see will Jupiter overcommit? Looks like he's going down this wide flank here. Try to pressure Norrington so that forcing Kami to act instead of stalling. Looks like we're going to see a Tomb Guardian blitz on Chuckles.
They're getting up close and
There
personal.
we go. First knockdown for Boney Rotters. And not even a stun. He's okay. Armor holds up. Alright, so he's collapsing down that flank as expected. Is Machukater. He still has a couple shots available to him. He does have Ronnie the Swole, who's going to be able to hit Bosco, or potentially Ronnie the Swole. Can he hit Lactose Intolerant if he has Rifus Rotters hit Bosco, but he's marked right now, so he'd have to move Kami Rotten up, or perhaps blitz with Kami. He's already blitzed, but attack with Kami Rotten next turn, being the piece that has given him Mighty Blow. So here we go. Another hit. Looks like he's just gonna get a push. So yeah, just a feeling out for period for turn 1 here. Turn 1, game 1 of our two-leg tie between the Boney Rotters and the Night of the Raving Dead. Interesting.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
That's quite nice. Even seems.
Hit him again. Alright. Well, that's pretty solid turn there, but nothing too crazy that Kami can't pull himself out of. Like I said, no injuries, no removals. So I fully expect him to move his Pestigore and set up here along this side. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. First hit. Alright, looks like we're getting a Mighty Blow hit. Nothing. Just thinking. Yep, here we go. I think we're gonna see a blitz.
A fight is about to happen.
We're gonna see Mr. Featherly blitz on Ronnie the Swole. Moves up the ball carrier. Yeah, because he's got this guy free. He's gonna stand him up. That marks all those people. Try to keep that ball carrier safe.
That last burst of speed.
Takes the GFIs. Which he needed to do to move his ball carrier into a more safe location. Here we go. Horns. Oh man, and he re-rolls it, folks, just to get the POWs. Huge. Not something you normally see Kami do. He normally doesn't re-roll non-negative dice results. Gets looks like a stun. Gets the stun on Ronnie the Swole, which is huge, because that will allow him to continue to force his will on the right side of the pitch. Now he can stand up. can stand up lactose the intolerant, and he can move forward Bosco, not have to worry. And then he sets the back end here, so he can't crash down here. He's got a Chaos Warrior, or excuse me, Nurgle Warrior here, so he can't crash through here, especially with Khemri's limited movement. He'd have to go over and around. Pretty solid positioning turn for Kami. Oh, fails the dodge, and he has... Oh, and Shep is dead, folks. Shep is dead. And... Did he pass the DK? No, he's fine, folks. Wait, where is he? Is he dead or is he fine? Oh, no, he's dead. He's dead. So a rotter named Shep has been killed. So now it appears as though Kamikoze is down a rotter. He's down a rotter named Shep, who has just been killed with a 11 on the armor and then a fucking boxcars. And then a fucking boxcars on the injury. And a fucking 60 is the maximum on the cast table, too. Holy shit. Oh, man. He dead. He dead. Even if this was a res style tournament, yes. Dave Versharg points out, even if this were res style, which it was up into this finals, by the rules of NBP's res, Boxcars is dead, even in res style. So, man, pretty exciting stuff. Alright, so, and he didn't raise a rotter for that. No, he has a Khemri, okay. I was gonna say, they don't give him a Necromancer. Alright. So. Here we go. Looks like Kami is blitzing against his own team. So I believe that player's name is Kami. Kami Rotten. Kami Rotten, the Khemri player, makes a hit on Maimtron. But he's okay. Maimtron holds up to the mighty blow. Obviously more important, I would think, that your Nurgle Warrior holds up to your mighty blow as opposed to your rotter. I don't think Kami will be crying too many tears over the dead, skillless rotter, other than the potential disadvantage it gives him by having to use a journey rotter for the next game. But that's the risk we take here in this game that we play of this Blood of Bull. So looks like he's based up here. We've got Lactose the Intolerant. Is he going to square up on him? Are we going to see Foul Appearance procs for the first time in the game? Foul Appearance, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, whenever you make a block or blitz action against a player with Foul Appearances, you have to roll a d6. If you fail the check by rolling a 1, you do not get the block. So, Nurgle paying dividends and their disgusting visage. I don't understand why Foul Appearance would affect a skeleton. Like, oh, I'm a skeleton, I don't want to hit this Nurgle Warrior because I'm going to get Nurgle's Rott on me. But, you know what? Here we go. Alright, so Tommy's still going to march his way up the sideline. I don't know if he's set on stalling or if he's just going to seal off and score. He usually likes to stall, but that riot might help him just by virtue of not having to stall very much. I would expect Rotten Dr. J to get cracked by Mr. Spatula if I had to venture. And here it comes. Here comes Mr. Spatula, and Rotten Dr. J is about to go on the ground. Oh, here we go. Bated breath. He's dead, folks. He's dead. We have lost a Tomb Guardian. He is dead. And the results are failure. Failure, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God. That is an absolutely huge injury. So we are on turn 4 of the game 1 of this two-legged tie. Back-to-back injuries, deaths, back-to-back deaths. Shep the Rotter, and then a huge killing of Rotten Dr. J. That is, a removal of a Tomb Guardian that is absolutely bad for Machucator. That may spell disaster. We will see here. So now he's got him set. He's continuing to screen. It looks like Dr. Norrington is pretty safe off, and he's got his kill pieces leading the charge. Man, to even fail the regen, like you're supposed to have somewhat of a built-in protection against a kill team with a regen team, but man, regen just is not doing it today, folks. Not doing it today. It's like dealing that off there. So we've got 9 players on the pitch for the Boney Rotters. Players on the pitch, that's right. 10 players and 10. So they have the same amount of players. No player pitch advantage, but the Boney Rotters being down to two Tomb Guardians is that's gonna hurt. I mean, at least it wasn't Ronnie the Swole. He still has his block guard Tomb Guardian, but it'll be interesting to see what Machugator takes with his turn here. Is he interested? Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna block down the line. Maybe try to get a couple of these Nurgle warriors on the ground. Looks like he has Wheelie Rott in here who can throw a block attack on him, which I expect to see, or he could block Bosco. And then Ronnie Stymied can hit lactose the intolerant. I don't know why I'm Ronnie Stymied. I guess I'm combined with another player.
The attacker has an assist.
I'll just say, oh, I'm Ronnie Stymied. I'm Ronnie Rotten. I get it. That's good. Ronnie Stymied. Alright, and as Bosco is stunned, takes that hit from that throw raw. And now we're gonna see that hit. So only got that one blow. That might end up being tough going up against 2 kill pieces. But you can see now it looks like, I think, Machugator's strategy might, I don't want to say he's going to let Kami score, but I don't think he's going to expose his players to being, oh, failed GFI, rags to riches, here we go. Oh, here we are. So he busts a hole right in the side of that screen. Now, do we see him take that second GFI? And he does. He takes that second risk GFI, bases the ball carrier. Now, this is incredibly risky here, folks. And the reason I say this is because Mr. Featherly and Mr. Spatula are right here. And we just saw Tomb Guardian go belly up and, shamble off that immortal coil, so to speak. So now he's going to set himself up to potentially have Ronnie the Swole get cracked again. Obviously, he's counting on maybe his luck being a little bit better. Oh, that wasn't so good. That was a 1. A lot of 1s so far, which of course we know happens anytime I'm involved with the Blood Bowl game, even if I'm commentating. So, yeah, but he is eminently blitzable, as we have pointed out. Ronnie the Swole is in peril. Kami still has 4 turns to score this turn, so he's in no rush. He's pretty much there right now. It would take him 1, maybe 2 turns to get there. So I would expect to see him really hurt Ronnie the Swole. I would expect him to see him really hurt Ryler's Rotten. And here we go. And he doesn't have block, so Ronnie the Swole will survive. Huge. But it still frees up. Mr. Featherly can now base Dan Bolt, which he will. He can now push forward and put Mr. Pestigore in front of, Mr. Dr. Norrington can now go in front of Mr. Featherly, and he can use Mr. Spatula to guard off. So he's definitely got himself in a pretty good position here, but he wouldn't be unreachable. I think it's certainly possible. Machugator wants to keep the pressure on because he wants an opportunity to maybe not score this half, but an opportunity to maybe do some Kazas on his own. Because keep in mind, folks, this is a 2-legged tie, so that means they play 2 matches, and the aggregate score is actually used to determine the winner. So even if Kami comes out of this game with a 2-1 victory, or Machugator comes out with a 2-1 victory or a 1-0 victory, The real tale of the tape might actually be the injuries sustained, because it's going to set up that second game. And if one team has a significant and material advantage in that second game, it may be completely different than the first game. So here we go. Gets a Yakuza big boot there from Mametron 9000. He's got Dr. Norrington out there. Looks like he's ready. His possession really hasn't been threatened too much. Stymied with, and that he would be able to reach him by virtue of that going around. What he could do is he could, if Ronnie boarded. Oh, I get it. Ronnie boarded. If he can get one of these blocker guys down, he'll have a free run to the ball carrier. So that's possible. Because it looks like with Ronnie boarded here, it's not ideal. But Ronnie boarded can get Chuckles out of the way. If Ronnie boarded can get Chuckles out of the way, then Wheelie Rotten can hit him if Ronnie stymied bases him. But it's going to be all contingent upon whether or not he can get him down. He does have the movement here. He does have Burgle, can corner mark Chuckles. He could throw a block, push him off. He could then try to push up. If he wants to take the Mighty Blow hit, he could try to push up Wheelie Rotten for the base and then go for the Mighty Blow hit. But it'd be GFIs, so I'm not sure if he'd want to do that. Looks like he's going to just blitz instead. Fair technique as well. Oh, here we go. And he gets an injury on Chuckles. Decay kicks in. Let's see. And failure. Oh, isn't that regen? What am I thinking? His Rotters are just going down, folks. Based again. So now it looks like Machuga has a one-player advantage again. Kami's down to 9. Basing Norrington, but he's trying to get as many bodies as he can. Trying to force Kami to at least do. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got him marked up, but it's not a huge deal. Kami can always horns blitz in either direction, push, and then it's just a dodge out. I mean, still though, it's just a dodge out. I guess I shouldn't say it's just a dodge out because we all know what happens there. I'm playing my league game earlier for our Season 11 matchup against the Season 10 second place Shushnik. So we'll see what happens to me when I think of something like, oh, it's just a dodge. Doing his best job to mark out that Bestigor so that he can't get there. Throws a one-die block, but ooh, you didn't want to see that. Now he doesn't even have to. That's huge. That's huge. Now he has a free blitzer, so now he can actually horns blitz in on the corner and then just dodge out with Norrington if he gets the hit. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, he could potentially blitz corner here, and then the 3, like he could maybe get a chain push, if I'm not mistaken. If he moves a piece there so that he could then potentially move both of those guys off of the ball carrier and then only have to worry about that single dodge out. So, here we go, turn 6. Kami's not going to want to score with this many and leave 3 turns with the potential riot on the table that could add turns. I don't see that happening. So, oh, here we go. Double strike. Ooh, thick skull. Thick skull just triggers and just kept Shushnik on the pitch. Huge hit. Big boot. Here we go. Just gets the push, but that's fine.
One less obstacle for the ball carrier. Textbook stuff.
Yep. So now he can just dodge out, out, and then put himself into the corner to stall another turn, which he's absolutely going to do, and he has a built-in reroll to get that dodge. And there it is. Yep, as expected. And oh, and he takes the score, ladies and gentlemen. He's thinking of that two-legged tie. He's thinking of touchdowns, are going to be at a premium. This game might not necessarily be about who wins the score, but who comes down to the viciousness. So, love the color scheme on this. I really did. I also appreciate human cheerleaders. It's nice not to have to throw up my breakfast at 11:30 by having to look at orc cheerleaders with pasties. So, thank you for that, coaches. So, alright, so it's time to set up the second drive of the opening half of our first game of our doubleheader two-legged tie here. Machuca's down 1-0, but he does have a full complement of players because he had an extra player, so despite losing a Tomb Guardian, he does have 11 players on the pitch, and Kamikoze only has 9. So this may actually come into play here. So it was a very excellent drive. Machuga did the best he could. He did very good defense. He actually got himself a couple of Rotters off of the pitch and did lose a Tomb Guardian in the process, though. So we'll see how that plays out. But we still have tons of Blood Bowl left here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a whole second half, and then we all have the potential results of our game, too. So make sure you stick here. And make sure you check out nbp-pro.blogspot.com for all your Nuffle Be Praised PS4 Blood Bowl 2 needs. We've always got openings for coaches. Right now we've got our Season 11 just kicked off this week. We have a 32-team Pro League. We have I believe, 40 or 50-team Foundry League, as well as an ancillary waiting list for the coaches who will fill in the event that we have any emergencies or drops, which you'll have in a league that size. We always run plenty of great comps, specialty comps. Right now, this is the Ronnie Invitational. This is a specialty comp. I believe we also have a comp called Ash of the Titans going on right now, as well as we do things called the Developmental Showdown, which is elf teams in our developmental league. A lot of fun stuff. Skinks, Beastmen. So if you're looking for a fun PS4 Blood Bowl League that's very inclusive, make sure you check us out. Like I said, nbp-pro.blogspot.com. It's NBP, Nuffle Be Praised. Yes, that's right. 40 in Foundry League. Dave for short. We have grown. All right. Looks like we're seeing the aggro offense from Machugator. The line terminating offense. I like it. Here we go. Nurgle kick. Was there no kickoff event? Or is it scatter? Oh, it has to scatter first. Oh, does he have perfect defense? Perfect defense. Oh, man. Well, I don't expect Kami to reorganize that because you have to keep 3 people on the line, so gonna get murdered. Oh, okay. Oh, but you know what? Keep him away from the... Yeah, of course. That's... Oh. Well, he never misses an opportunity to reline with perfect defense. Been reading the new rules for the Blood Bowl 2020. Oh man, some exciting changes. Now, never been a better time to get into tabletop Blood Bowl. If you've always been on the fence and thought to yourself, I want to do it, but I don't want to invest in the money or the time, let me tell you, that second season edition box set is probably one of the best values Games Workshop has ever put out, with 2 teams with full positionals, 2 big men, 2 star players, 2 referees, 2 sets of dice for the nobility and the orc team, double-sided pitch, dugouts, hard-backed rulebook. It's friggin' glorious. now, like I said, now is never a better time, whether it's tabletop or digital, to celebrate this great sport of Blood Bowl that we all love so very much. So here we go. What is gonna happen here? Kami he's definitely changed his defense now. Oh man, oh man. Little risk reward going on Kami's defense, but he is trying to get those other Tomb Guardians out of the game here. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Here we go. Oh yeah. We're gonna see some skeletons smashed into some Nurgle Rotters. That is absolutely something that we are gonna see.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
There we go. Just looking to see where he can get. I think he stuck his guard piece over there. Oh yeah, that'll be problematic. 3 turns. Asking Kemri scoring in 3 turns. That's a tall freaking order. That would be a tall order for anybody, just about. Here we go, and alright, right off the bat, we're going to hit on lactose intolerant, but his armor holds. Just a 6 on the dice. Armor says, I'm fine.
They're gathering around that little
Just a push, probably put him in a surf position, yep. Expect we'll see Jurgen get surfed next turn, most likely. I'm sure Kami would sacrifice another Rotter. Doesn't mind.
Haha, here's some friends.
There's another mark here. He's going to want to try to crash his way down this line by getting that. Yep, if he gets and he does. Oh! 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 That is huge! Ladies and gentlemen, that is huge. Not only do we lose Shambling Presence, not only do we lose a block guard Nurgle Warrior, but he got missed next game, ladies and gentlemen. Missed next game means he is not going to be coming back for our second part of our two-legged tie. That's the equalizer for his Tomb Guardian. That's the answer for Rott and Dr. J. Oof. And that is just huge. Huge. Oh. Rags to riches. The Rotters are out of reroll, but only 3 turns left in the half. And another armor break on another Chaos Warrior. Wow. Just incredible amount of armor breaks from Machuca so far, I have to say, against Nurgle. And for the most part, he's not using Mighty Blow versus Kami Cozy's Warriors. He's got 2 with Claw, and he only has a friggin' one Guardian out. And he's down a dead Rotter, an injured Rotter, and a missed next game Nurgle Warrior. It'll be interesting to see where the team values are for game 2. I expect some crazy inducement shenanigans, because these team values are not going to be any way even. Wow. Tough turn for Kami. Great turn for Machucator. Exactly what he needed to keep the pressure up. Couldn't have asked for a better turn than taking a Nurgle Warrior not only out of the game, but out of the next game as well, because of the two-legged tie. Absolutely crazy. Oh, here we go. A little revenge. Just a stun. Burgle has been stunned. He was kicked in the taint. Just a good old-fashioned taint kicking. So. Oh, Nanopeels. Oh, snap.
Quicker on the ball carrier.
Horns blitz. Horns blitz. Wrestle. Wrestle.
Exposed.
Ball carrier on the ground. Oh, boy. This has been a hell of a game so far. Now we got a ball carrier. We got a ball on the ground deep in Machuker's own half. And with Kemry, he doesn't have the movement to get there. I mean, he has a couple pieces that do, but if he seals them up, if Kami marks them up, that's going to be interesting. You might see him risk the dodge out with Spatula and put himself between that. Yep, he did, but of course he fails the dodge, and he's knocked out. My gosh, that's boxcars on the armor again. Wow.
The fans seem very adamant. Maybe a few bits of gold.
Now we have a surf and a knockout? Wow. Who would have thought that in the first half have a dead Rott, an injured, a miss next game Nurgle Warrior, a knocked kill piece, and another knocked out Rotter versus a which team has Decay again? Versus a single Tomb Guardian. Incredible. Incredible. But Jupiter certainly needed that, because if he can't get his hands on that ball, even with a throw raw, even with a sure-handed throw raw, that's not a guarantee. Setting up the ladder piece, he has 2 turns now to pull off some ridiculousness. It would involve Kemry throwing the ball. It'll involve a Kemry down, a Kemry touchdown. Will we see a Kemry throw the ball? Intriguing. It's a shame, and that knockdown prevented the wrestle. He can't get up and score, but at least he did blow the drive up potentially. It's not going to be easy for him to pick this ball up and throw it. Alright, now do we see him throw it, do a short, and then we do a handoff? Or do we see him throw it to his blitz raw, who can then hand off? I think we're going to see it. We're going to see Wheelie Rotten throw to Ronnie Stymied. And then Ronnie Stymied is going to run and try to hand the ball off. No! Oh, I wouldn't have done that. Now you don't have 2 turns to potentially throw that ball if you screw that pass up. You only get the 1 chance at it now. If he'd thrown it this time, even if it had screwed up. I can see his point though, because even if he didn't, he'd have to worry about Norrington. But I think you throw that ball. I mean, it's risk reward, I should say. It's a good point, because if he throws that ball and fails this turn, Norrington can blow him up next turn, and it's the same thing. That might have been the smarter play. Theory bowling. You know how theory bowling goes, folks. But Jupiter is definitely setting himself up to potentially get a score this first. What is here? I can't. Unbelievable.
That's it. Get in their face.
Here we go. Featherly. Just a stun. It's insane. He can't get him off the pitch with Mighty Blowing Claws. He can't get AV8 off the pitch. Yeah, passing is something else. Oh! And Featherly is stunned, so he can't even contest the pass. Featherly is stunned. Here we go. We're gonna see some. We're gonna see some theatrics. We're gonna see some throw raw theatrics. Here we go. Hot dog, hot dog. He's going. He's rolling out in the pocket. No disturbing presence! No disturbing presence, man! You, even on the ground, disturbing presence! Oh! Oh! And the little known Nurgle ability, disturbing presence, screws an already difficult, would have been an already difficult handoff, saving the score for Kami Cozy in the first half and preventing the Chukador. And he gets both his wake-ups. Folks, we have a second half ready to go here. Huge. Remember, folks, disturbing presence procs even on the ground because of how gross Nurgle players are. So that disturbing presence means you have to get a one better than for each instance of it for something like a handoff. And considering Emery already need a 5 or a 6 usually for handoffs to most non-throw raw players, you know, it means you're looking at a hard 6 if disturbing presence is anywhere near you, especially if it's stacked. If it's stacked, you're looking at a hard 6 for any Khemri player to hit the ball. So that is, wow, disturbing presence comes through huge for Kami in the first half. Now you notice him playing much more conservative here. Last time, and he gets another perfect defense. Let's see if he takes advantage of the perfect defense. Oh, I know, Meshuggah, believe me. Perfect defense and jump up and diving tackle is the worst. Are the worst skills for me. I can't tell you how many games I lost because I didn't look at jump up or diving tackle and realized that I was screwed.
Have you tried that Cruxiade Red Bull?
A sports drink made by the Skaven of Clan Pestilence? No thanks. I'll give it a miss. I may not be the sharpest spike on the armor, but I'm not that stupid.
Oh, and he's setting up the perfect defense again. I love it. I love it. Kami's like, F you. I don't care what happened the first time. I'm doing it again. There's no way his block dice can do that to me twice in one game. Well, we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. I've got my game later today, as a matter of fact. My Undead Squad will be kicking off at 3 o'clock, taking on Shushnik's Dark Elf Squad in our Week 1 Season 11 Pro matchup, which I expect to be slaughtered. But hey, it's my first game back playing League Blood Bowl, so I'd expect nothing less. Alright, bit of a better result for Kami that time. Not necessarily the start of anything really nasty. So this is pretty precarious here. Because of two-legged tie, let me just put it this way. It's 0-1 right now, but it's really imperative that Chukador score here, or at least limit Kami from scoring. Kami can score here and, like, say, turn it around somehow, and it would be 2-0, and then in the end the game were to end that way. Chukador would have to win 3-0 in the next game to win the two-legged tie because of the way that the score aggregates. So you at the very least you want to end this matchup 1-1 or 2-1 in one of the other favors. You want to make sure you get a score on here so that a 2-0 in the next game will win you the game. This is the first time we've done a two-legged tie as the finals for any type of tournament or event, so might be a disaster. So we'll see what happens. But I like it. The game gives us these tools. I think we should use them. I'm all about setting up conferences and structures, and that's the kind of wacky stuff we like to do here at NBP Pro. The premier PS4 Blood Bowl 2 League. Soon to be Blood Bowl 3 League. Keep an eye on that. And Blood Bowl 2. We'll be both. So, if you like Blood Bowl 2 and you don't like Blood Bowl 3 when it comes out, we're here for you. We'll be running Blood Bowl 2 competitions until they shut the dang servers off and tell us to leave. Okay, big collapse there. So he's got him down. So ball is still wide on that flank there. I know he's got sure hands, but I would be sweating. I'd be sweating. Another reason I would be sweating is he still hasn't marked Dr. Norrington. So he's gonna get cracked. More than likely. Oh, this is interesting. This is like a snapshot, ladies and gentlemen. Like, he's picking that ball up, and he's got it, but he doesn't have that much more movement. And Dr. Norrington, hot dogging! Emery needing that +4, needing that 4+ on the catch. Succeeds the pass, though. But now, Dr. Norrington, that was a good play. I like that. But, man, relying on Kemry to catch a football, I too like to live dangerously. And now Kami's smartly I would have immediately gone after the ball because I'm dumb. But Kami is stealing off the backside here. He's getting what we would call backside contain, so that Machugator can't take this ball out and break it here, because Kami has edge rushers, so to speak, trying to make this as American football-y as possible here. So now that he's got that, what he's going to want to do is he's going to want to crash down with Maim on Shushnik. He's going to want to blitz with, there he goes, he's going to blitz. Horns blitz, gets the hit on Wheelie Rotten, pushes him away from the ball. Is he going to get... And he gets himself a stun, which for all intents and purposes is what he wants here. And you'll see him base that ball carrier now. I wouldn't expect you to see him try to pick that football up. I would expect you to see him base... he bases himself, actually. Kami Rotten. He'll be basing the Blitzron named Kami Rotten, which I think is hilarious. I love these team names. I'm going to call myself Ronnie Stymied from now on. In case anyone asks, it replaces my old fake name, Bonifacio. Oh, he picks the ball up! He too likes to live dangerously. Now does he do dodge? It's only 3+ for him. So, and he does. He does. Wow, and just like that, he has possession with a wrestle piece. That is a huge turn of events. Because again, even if Kami scores here and makes it 2-0, then Machugator still has to score everything he can to make it 2-1, because then a 2-0 will still win him the match in the second matchup. Two-legged tie. It's exciting stuff. I wouldn't expect Kami to keep that ball for very long. He doesn't have a lot of... This is the virtue of... This is what's hurting him right here. If Nurgle Warrior and 2 Rotters. If Kami had a full complement of team right now, he'd be able to put a lot more pressure by virtue of those Rotters and virtue of that Nurgle Warrior. So you do see, even though Machugator, it looks pretty grim, he's not in terrible shape. If he leaves his throw raw up to carry the ball, he can use Ronnie the Swole to throw the block onto Dr. Norrington, try to pick the ball up with his throw raw, and then reconstitute himself here where his line of defense is. That's going to be his best option. He does it, he gets the POW, so that's the first step of the action is getting the POW. Gets it, and you now expect him to pick the ball up. See, I wouldn't have done that. Now his movement is limited. Again, it's all theory ball. When you're playing it, you do what you think is best. I'm an asshole. Don't think I know any better. I just get into the habit of thinking what I would have done in that situation. But the reason he did that was because he doesn't have Ronnie the Swole. Oh, Ronnie the Swole does have blocks. So yeah, no, I probably would have blitzed Ronnie the Swole so that I could have used my throw rob. But I see his point here. He's not necessarily going for possession. He's got the advantage in numbers. He's probably just going to try to smash around and scoop that ball up. Because if he could end this match with a 1-1 tie going into the second matchup down those positionals, might be the tail of the tape. Although he himself is down in positional, Jupiter does not have a Tomb Guardian, so that is something else. And it looks like we're going to get another stun on, yep, Lactose the Intolerant, another stun. It's an inordinate amount of armor breaks on Nurgle. I don't think I've ever seen as many armor breaks on a Nurgle team with only one player having Mighty Blow and no players having Claw. Certainly pretty exciting.
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
Haha, here's some friends.
This player likes to be well assisted in fight.
Alright, and here we go. We get a Rotter crack on a... probably gonna see a vicious Mighty Blow hit on another Tomb Guardian. Oh, here we go. A lot of violence this game. Really what an exemplification of what a game of Blood Bowl is supposed to be about, and I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for the violence. Oh, nanopeels. That's unfortunate. Having to burn that reroll early, needing the +3, but here we go. Now Khemri starts their turn. Luckily, the Disturbing Presence is kind of localized up here. You know, it's 2 stacks of it, and it kind of terminates right before. Oh, Norrington is knocked out! That's huge. This wrestle piece just armor breaks.
Murders beasts.
And here we go, and he's got himself, he's hopefully trying to reconstitute and get that down to 4. So Kami's down again to 7. 7 players on the pitch to a full complement. So Matricutor has a 4-player advantage. He's down 1 score. He's got plenty of time to try to score 1-1 to end this 2-legged tie with a tie. So see, that's the thing. He could be playing for the game too. So he is in no hurry. You know, there's not going to be an overtime this match. It'll end 1-1, and then we'll see what happens in the second match. So who knows? Plenty of time for a disaster to befall anyone. Excuse me, folks, I'm drinking my breakfast. Not alcohol, it's a milk chocolate delight. Atkins shake. Atkins. For whatever their stupid slogan is. Okay. I think I'm a better pitchman than Rob Lowe. Alright, here we go. Night of the Raving Dead, here we go. He's got that disturbing presence all stacked up there. He's got himself. He still has himself a way to get to the ball. I mean, Mr. Spatula can still horns blitz, hopefully get Rotten out, and then rebase. I mean, still a lot of, despite the player disadvantage for Kami, he still has very good pieces left on the pitch. He's got positionals. So here we go. That's exactly what I would have done. Gets the POW. Now what's going to happen is I mean, he's AV7, but he still has Mighty Blow. So even if Claw is useless, he's thinking about where he wants to push him. Decides to push him down and away. Can't break AV7 with Mighty Blow, but look at this. Knocked out, dead, injured. One player with Mighty Blow on Machukader's squad. It's bananas. Like, this makes Blood Bowl such a hard game to play for people who can't take the swings. That's where the salt comes from, because Kami has kill pieces and Mighty Blow. Machukader has one Mighty Blow piece, and to my knowledge, that Mighty Blow piece isn't even the piece that has removed the majority of these players on Kami's side. So, it's crazy. Oh, 67 dodge, here we go. Succeeds. Alright, still keeping that heavy pressure. And you know what? Unlike, say, an elf team or an agility-based team, an Amazon team, what have you, a team with good movement, this kind of pressure is really bad for Khemri, because just a couple of people can really screw things up, because Khemri needs those +5s and +6s, +4s to do anything. You start basing people and start putting modifiers on pickups and modifiers on handoffs. It's very hard for a Khemri to get the ball. So he's just trying to gum those works up and hope for a misstep. Hope for some dice to turn around his way. So be interesting to see. 5 turns, 2 rerolls for Machukader. 5 turns, 1 reroll, Kami Cozy. And we see a blitz. And he gets the stumble on Jurgen. See, Mighty Blow does nothing, but kick somebody with a skeleton and you'll kill them. Blood Bowl. Bases up, stands up his piece. Gets him off there. There you go, seals it off there. Kami's gonna want to get that disturbing presence in the mix here again, because right now I would expect Machukader to be going away from that disturbing presence, but he still has to commit a lot of players to that. And you see, it's that red on red, and when it stacks, it stacks. So in these squares where they're together, those are 2 modifiers for the handoffs, which is just crazy.
Well done.
Picks the ball up. It's tough. He can't throw. I mean, he can throw where Dave versus Rotten is.
Unity is strength.
Interesting, yeah. He's trying to seal himself off. That's probably... Okay, now he's going to throw a hit with... Interesting. Oh! Oh, well. It's only a coin flip dodge for a Nurgle Warrior. Yes, Dave Vershark, you are on this team. You gotta watch. Some coaches, you're on this team, I'm on this team. Kami's playing against himself. Oh man, here we go. Kami's gotta be thinking about a way to get Lactose the Intolerant to crush Wheelie the Rotten. There's the base. He can even base Jurgen from behind too, so he can double mark him. Because but he might keep Jurgen on the ground for potentially picking the ball up. It's gonna need a coin flip dodge to activate Blitz with Lactose and go boom, boom. Because I don't think he can get there with 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you're looking at. He's looking at if there's anything else he can do, and I expect if he does keep. Oh, he's blitzing with Jurgen. That's smarter. That's what a smart person does.
This could be fun, especially if the ball holder goes down.
Probably he's thinking about that reroll. Does it? And it hurts him. And it really hurts him.
That's for sure.
Does he get the? Oh yeah, the. At least his DK were double badly hurts. Pushes him off the ball carrier. Interesting.
That's quite a mismatch, Bob.
I know. That weedy fella's gonna get splatted. Oh, I'm excited, Jim.
Ooh, just gets the push. That's huge. That's huge. Oh man, the stun on Spatula is huge too. But the reason that push is huge because he can now he can Horns Blitz now. Either he won't be able to do backwards, so he'll have to Horns Blitz the guy he's marking, damn bold, and then he'll be able to base Wheelie Rotten at the very least. Man, what a he's pretty much left him on an island too. I mean, if you were to risk tackle zone to tackle blitz and just go forward, what is that? Coin flip, 67, and then he could do it with a reroll. Seems very hard because all the other Camry pieces are dead. Four pretty much. He needs to put on.
Oh dear. I hope that player has written a will, Bob.
Written? Barely speak, Jim. Let alone write. You should know. You've interviewed enough of them.
Yep.
forward. The end zone is in sight.
And more importantly, he literally can't be reached by him. If he reached a skeleton, and this guy has 4 movement. There's nobody he can bring. He's gonna have to stare down one die blitz with a reroll built in, and then run. I mean, we'll see what happens, of course. But the best possible positioning Kami can put himself in.
Now that's a real mess.
He's gonna try to get himself. Huge. Gets the POW. Exactly what he needed. That's gonna free up at least. That's gonna free up the blitz. So now he's gonna blitz with Ronnie stymied. That's the only thing that would. I mean, a stumble would have got him there too, but. Here we go. Here we go. Oh! GF5 failure! And he gets the POW. And the knockout. So more importantly, not only does he get the POW, but he gets the knockout. Wow. This casualty dice has been unreal. Just unbelievable. Yes. The second game, we are looking like we are going to head into... Oh, and he's... This is unbelievable, folks. Dead. Look at this. Dead. Both his casts are dead. I, in my life, have never seen a more obscene game. Look at this Nurgle team. Bosco, dead, folks. That's dead twice on the cast table in a row. Do you know what the fucking odds are to roll dead with the fucking cast table? On top of, that's the second death. This game had 3 deaths. Kami's down to 2 players. Oh my god, he's gonna have like 4 Journey Rotters in the next game. He's gonna get all this inducement money. Unbelievable. Yeah, just, whew. This is it's been a real soul-shattering experience. And now, here we go, he's working to get those players out, and...
That's a dangerous place.
And we're definitely gonna see, unless Mamatron can get away, we're probably gonna see a surf. Probably gonna see a surf on a Nurgle Warrior, because he's thinking of the next game. Re-rolls to get the surf. Wow.
Oh, he's going to get intimate.
Luckily, it doesn't hold up. That was very risky. Very risky here. We'll probably see a gang foul then on Lactose the Intolerant. Oh no, he scores, folks. He scores. I'm surprised there. I'd have stalled, personally. Let's see what happens. I can't believe it. He gets the Vestigor back. He gets the best score back, ladies and gentlemen. So he has 5 players on the bench. I've. That is one brutalized Nurgle squad.
It's deadly.
This is indeed a vital kickball. Team scores in deadlock.
True, Jim. It's time for one of the squads to step up and be a winner.
Yeah, this match has been absolutely wild. Certainly befitting a Ronnie Rott final. Absolutely befitting a Ronnie Rott final. Now, Kami has 2 turns here, barring the kickoff event, for shenanigans. Here we go. I can't believe we're seeing a Nurgle squad down. I mean, I know Khemri's brutal, but, like, they usually have to have, like, a lot of Mighty Blow or something. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone roll better Kaz dice than Machuga rolled in this matchup. So many boxcars. Dead. I ain't never seen a decay before that where both the table results were dead. I don't know if anyone ever saw that on Decay. Feel free to chime in the comments, but I never seen dead roll on a Decay before. Man.
This is a big game, Bob. How do you feel about being such an important match?
Indifferent, Jim. Ask me again when there's more blood on the field. Yeah.
Certainly not twice in one game. Wow. Oh, here we go. Ronnie Borden suffers an injury. What kind of injury? And just a stun. Really, probably could have used something really more than a stun. Oh, man. Interesting. I don't know if anybody else sees what I see, but okay. Let's just see how this plays out. See how this plays out. Yep.
The clock's ticking. The final whistle is moments away, and yet the score is in deadlock.
Movements. Oh boy. Rolls, so we're seating the pants here. Here we go. Here we go. Yep.
Yes, they picked up the ball.
Gets the pickup. That's huge. Huge. Rock Raccoon. Alright, here we go. He's thinking long and hard about that, and wow.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good.
blitz the ladder piece? Or does he blitz the ball carrier? A real Sophie's choice.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close you can smell your breath.
He's really trying to close that window and take some legendary theatrics here. Here he comes, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Oh, is he just there for the pressure? So he's gonna blitz the ladder piece.
That's it. Get in their face.
I don't know. Let's see what we got here. He's thinking about what to do. He knows he can get to the carrier. Him. Oh no. He's going. Here we go. Streaking across the pitch. Doesn't hit the ladder piece. Interesting. Hits Burrow. Gets the knockout because of course. And now he has... Does he take the... He's thinking about that GFI. He's thinking about it. Oh, he doesn't take it. Smart that he doesn't take it. That just made things very difficult. Foul appearance proc. See, it was a 1! It was a 1. The foul appearance procced. So he takes that GFI as turn ends. See that right there. So now the best hope Kami can have is passing the ball to Mr. Spatula, Horns blitzing the wind, and getting the red dice forward and then successfully in the end zone. So yeah, let's see. That'll only take an inordinate amount of very good dice. No reroll either. So.
Pass. Start something exciting in the dying moments of the match.
Nope. There we are, folks. 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. That is... Oh, wait, it's overtime! I did not know two-legged ties go to overtime. Well, no, this is a horse of a whole other matter. Oh, Jesus. The first game goes to overtime, too? That doesn't seem like it makes sense to me. Oh, man.
Wakey, wakey.
Oh,
But
boy.
we got some early knockouts back. We're obviously outnumbered.
See, this is why we do that stuff. This is ridiculous.
Hell of a catch. Ah, here comes some sleeping beauties.
With one team having a 3-player advantage, I can't see how the smaller squad will win. Both of these teams are on the edge. Kick is crucial.
Well, we have no idea why it has a overtime, other than the fact that Cyanide doesn't know what a proper two-legged tie is. So, correct, Machukader. There should not be an overtime over two legs. If there's a way for us to manage this match to just be a 1-1 with these injuries, we can just do that and then play the second leg of the tie. And then we'll never do two-legged tie again. Let me text Cozy. We're in discussions right now if we're just going to fix this because we have the ability with team management tools where we can fix the results of this game to be a 1-1, and then just run the second leg of the tie. I mean, I guess just run the. I don't know if it'll let us do that,
I've often
but
wondered, who will win in a fight between you and Morgan Thorne?
Contractually, I'm not allowed to say, Chum. Suffice to say that the matter has already been settled.
I can't believe this is that there are overtime rules in a two-legged tie. Here we go. 5 players, Kamikoze. He's down against Camry. He's got good players, though. He does have... Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we test these kinds of things in regular comps. We'll never do a two-legged tie in a league matchup because it's not really a two-legged tie. Send your complaints care of Klondike 1, Cyanide, somewhere in France.
I like running down the field. So, whatever time I...
Oh, what is he, pro or leader? Oh, that leader. That leader, though.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight. Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
The strength of a man, unfortunately.
Ooh, he punches Rotten in the mouth. I'll punch you in the mouth. I watched Walk Hard recently, so. Alright, well now it's only a 5-player pitch advantage, only a 2-to-1 advantage for Machugator. Two-legged tie. Overtime. Baffling.
That's a good economical pass.
Hot dogging it. Weatherly. Money. Cash Money Weatherly to Norrington. Wrestle piece is huge because that way, even if he gets to block, he'll at least keep him on the pitch. Ball goes down. So, Kami is going to do everything he can. I mean, he still has the movement advantage. The Kemri pieces still do not have great movement, but it's just the sheer number. 10 players to 5 is just going to be hard. Especially when Claw and Mighty Blow just decide that they don't work. Or they don't care to work.
Ball in danger.
Oof, doesn't even take your pick. Take your pick of choices. Oh, and gets the stun. So again, that's just about armor breaking just about every single time. I can't wait to look at these armor breaks. These crazy. The Kemri brought the wood today in a way that I've almost never seen. So. course, this is reminding me of my match against Machukader, in which I lost via penalty shootout in the opening round of the A block, which Machukader went on to win, as evidenced by the fact that he is in the finals of the Ronnie Rott. So, you had that. Just a whole lot of people on the ball. Just a big old party on the ball. But I see some goodness for Mametron can get a hit here. Mr. Featherly can blitz up here. Wow! One result, ladies and gentlemen. One result would have hurt him there, and look at that. Sometimes if your prayers to Nuffle are insufficient, you see what happens.
They'll need to scoop up that ball and quickly.
The player's fist is approximately the same size as his entire opponent. Sometimes the underdog wins the fight. Not this time.
Gosh, it's just, oof. I have never seen a more brutal. This is one of the most brutal dicings I've ever seen. Nufflings. Just, oh man, we're gonna see a four-post massacre on poor Mr. Featherly. Well, probably not. He's probably just gonna try to pick the ball up, try to end this overtime, try to get himself that 2-1.
Loose ball is a dangerous ball. The player needs to secure it fast.
Unreal.
Not enough tackle throws on that ball, and now the opposing team has paid the price.
And he's got like 2 people to block every person. Unreal. Just unreal. Camry, bring that wood, man. Camry, bring that wood. Oh man, here we go. Yeah, just Night of the Raving Dead. Just brutal. He can get to the ball carrier, but I mean, it would. Yeah. So this two-legged tie. Yeah, I don't understand why there was an overtime and a two-legged tie, but hey, it's the way we do things here. The old confusing NBP.
Coming to help his buddy. That's
to happen? Keep it here on Cabal Vision HD.
Turn 20. Boney Rotters. Wow, going for more attacks instead of taking the win. Potentially. With no rerolls. Exciting strategy. He's trying to get that kill piece off for the next game, I think.
That one's got fists bigger than
Redie.
lamp joints.
Pow.
It
And he's
reminds me of
okay.
the famous story of Nurgling and the Great Unclean.
And will we see the score? And there it is. 2-1. Don't know why the two-legged tie ended in a overtime that necessitated a score, but that is going to do it for the first match of our first leg, I should say, of our Ronnie Rott 2020 finals as Machucator's Boney Rotters pull ahead for the 2-1 victory. We are most likely not going to play the second matchup right now, so please stay tuned. Stay tuned to NBP, and we will advise you as to when the second matchup is going to commence. Let's take a look at here. 15 armor breaks versus 12 armor breaks. Four knockouts to 1, 4 injuries to 1, kills inflicted 1 to 1. Just really rotten with 13 SPP, Kami rotten, lactose intolerant. So just look at these dice. Just look at all these. Oof. Rough game for Kami. Great game for Machucator. So like I said, that is leg 1. So Machucator will be going into the second leg with a 1-score advantage. Kami will need to win 2-0 in order to pull that off. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this match here of Nuffle B Praise Blood Bowl. Remember to check in later today about 3 p.m. You may see a league matchup between myself and Shushnik with my Undead Squad and his Dark Elf team. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and remember to always praise Nuffle.